Angel Reese has been making headlines lately, and for good reason. She's been determined to build a championship-caliber team by bringing in new stars to strengthen her Chicago squad, but so far, things haven't gone as planned. While other teams are snagging big-name free agents, like Caitlin Clark, heading to the Indiana Fever, Chicago seems to be missing out on the action. With no major signings linked to her team, it looks like the road ahead might be a bit bumpy for Angel Reese in Chicago. Let's break it all down. Angel Reese has made it clear she's on a mission to build an extraordinary team capable of winning a championship, but despite her efforts, there's no sign of progress just yet. She's been out there scouting players, reaching out to multiple talents, and putting in the work behind the scenes. Yet, as of now, there's been no breakthrough for her or her Chicago team. While other teams are making moves and securing players left and right, Chicago seems to be stuck in neutral. Not a single player has committed to joining her squad. Meanwhile, teams like the Indiana Fever are going full throttle, signing top-tier talents and building momentum. A big part of their appeal, their star player, Caitlin Clark, who's seemingly become a magnet for attracting other players. Meanwhile, the Indiana Fever have been making waves with some major signings. They've secured Dawana Bonner and Sophie Cunningham, two players who perfectly fit their style of play. These moves are nothing short of extraordinary and have already set the tone for their upcoming season. But on the flip side, the team that's supposed to be undergoing a complete revamp, Chicago, is stuck in silence. Their dressing room remains quiet, with no new signings or buzz to speak of. While other teams are making headlines, Chicago's lack of action is becoming more and more noticeable. And now, fans and analysts alike are starting to ask the tough questions. What happens if things stay this way? If Chicago doesn't make any moves soon, their chances of championship contention seem slim to none. But what about the star players, the prodigies of this season? Names like Kelsey Plum, Jewel Lloyd, Brittany Griner, Alyssa Thomas, and Kelsey Mitchell are dominating conversations. Are any of them considering a move to Chicago? Right now, the answer seems to be a resounding no. While these players are making headlines and shaping the future of other teams, Chicago remains on the outside looking in. These are the types of players who can single-handedly transform a team into championship contenders, and right now, it seems Chicago isn't even in the equation for them. Chicago isn't just struggling to bring in new talent, their entire player strategy seems to be flawed. In a shocking move, they didn't even bother to keep their top scorer on the roster for next season. Why? Simply because she asked for a pay raise, and the team refused to meet her demands. Instead of negotiating, they let her walk away for free. Now they've pinned their hopes on Angel Reese to step up as their next superstar, and while she's undoubtedly a phenomenal player, the question remains, what about the void left behind by their former top scorer? Can Angel Reese fill that space alone? Or is this a misstep that could haunt the team in the long run? But what about Angel Reese now? She was supposed to be the one bringing in multiple talents to the club, building a team capable of competing for championships. Yet, her efforts so far haven't produced any results. Nobody is following her to Chicago, and right now, she stands alone as the face of the franchise. So why doesn't anyone want to join Chicago or play alongside Angel Reese? According to many analysts, the answer might lie with Reese herself. It's been reported that she played a role in getting their coach removed and was indirectly involved in their top scorer leaving town. With all this drama and the perception that Reese holds significant influence over the team's decisions, it's no wonder players might be hesitant to join. Angel Reese, did she just run a coach out of town, and is she running a player out of town? Their best shooter out of town? Because Kennedy Carter looks like she's ready to book it out of Chicago. But while things remain completely quiet in Chicago, other teams across the league are making major moves and building deadly squads. The Seattle Storm, Las Vegas Aces, and LA Sparks are all dominating the headlines. The LA Sparks, in particular, seem to be outshining everyone else after securing one of the league's most notable stars, Kelsey Plum, a game-changing addition to their roster. Meanwhile, the Seattle Storm are also making waves, securing the second overall pick in the draft as part of a 3-player trade, setting themselves up for a bright future. And let's not forget the Las Vegas Aces, who managed to grab the 13th pick in the draft. Questions are being raised. Why are all these star players choosing other teams over Chicago? The answer boils down to three key factors: mentality, facilities, and management. Take Kelsey Plum, for example. She chose LA over Chicago because of their top-notch facilities, a winning mentality, and a management team that truly takes care of its players. In contrast, Chicago has been criticized for disrespecting players, even after they've given their all to the team. This kind of environment makes it hard to attract top talent. When players see a lack of support, poor management decisions, and outdated facilities, it's no surprise they're looking elsewhere. Kelsey Plum isn't the only star who turned down Chicago. Jewel Lloyd, another all-star, also chose to go elsewhere. And here's the kicker. She was this close to signing with Chicago. Yes, you heard that right. Chicago is actually her hometown, and playing there could have been a dream come true. She might have even loved the idea of teaming up with Angel Reese, but when the opportunity came to join the Las Vegas Aces and play alongside a powerhouse like a Ja Wilson, she didn't hesitate. Las Vegas offered a winning environment, a strong team culture, and the chance to compete for championships, something Chicago simply couldn't match. Adding to the list of stars avoiding Chicago is Brittany Griner. Like Kelsey Plum and Jewel Lloyd, she's also not heading to the Windy City. Instead, she set her sights on joining the Atlanta Dream. For Griner, it's clear: no Reese drama, no management concerns, just basketball. And with her addition, the Atlanta Dream have become a much scarier team, signaling that the WNBA battle is heating up. And if that wasn't enough, Chicago has been hit with another blow. Fever's scoring machine, Kelsey Mitchell, is staying with Indiana for one more year. While Angel Reese was making headlines with her tweets and controversies, the Fever quietly managed to secure their superstar. It's safe to say that Caitlin Clark's influence in the positive environment in Indiana outweighed any of Reese's controversial impact. Now, with Mitchell and Clark teaming up again, the Fever are looking at something truly special for next season. Meanwhile, Chicago is left scrambling, struggling to make any meaningful moves. And if you're wondering why Kelsey Mitchell staying at Indiana is such a big loss for Chicago, here's the answer. She was a crucial piece of the puzzle for them. Chicago desperately needed a ruthless shooting guard who could score at will, and Kelsey Mitchell was exactly that. But once again, Chicago missed out on a golden opportunity. Even Cheryl Swoops, a legend of the game, weighed in on this, highlighting how critical it is for teams to secure players who can deliver in high-pressure situations. While everything seems to be falling apart around her, Angel Reese remains adamant about her own game, but her me behavior is starting to hurt not just herself, but Chicago as a whole. Despite the team's struggles and the lack of star signings, Reese still believes she's one of the main reasons the WNBA is growing in popularity. While there's no denying her talent and impact on the court, this self-centered approach might be alienating potential teammates. People are starting to question Chicago as a franchise altogether. Critics are pointing to their poor management and self-obsessed stars like Angel Reese as the reasons they're losing their foothold in the sport. Many are even saying that Reese's behavior and influence are directly responsible for top players avoiding Chicago, whether it's the perception of drama, lack of team culture, or Reese's dominating presence. The franchise is struggling to attract the talent it needs to compete. The year WNBA players were demanding to be given credit for elevating the league. Angel Reese claimed that she was along with their pretend friends in the mainstream media. They wanted us to believe that the WNBA was exploding in popularity. They wanted to keep all the credit for themselves while downplaying the impact of the only star in the league, Caitlin Clark. Jealous WNBA players will have the opportunity to earn that credit. Now, players like Angel Reese, they will be given the chance to test their star. Even Angel Reese, once celebrated for her dominance on the court, is now facing heavy criticism for her performances. People are calling her out, labeling her as a 6'6" nonsensical player on the court. Whether it's her decision-making, lack of consistency, or inability to elevate her team, the scrutiny is growing louder. For a player who was once seen as a rising superstar, Chicago's crisis is deepening as the franchise struggles to attract top talent, with poor management and internal drama driving stars away. Angel Reese, once a beacon of hope, is now at the center of criticism, both for her on-court performances and off-court behavior, labeled as self-centered and inconsistent. Her falling popularity reflects the team's broader issues. While other franchises build championship-caliber rosters, Chicago remains stagnant, unable to shake its negative reputation. Unless Reese and the organization make significant changes, their foothold in the WNBA will continue to weaken. The clock is ticking for Chicago to rebuild trust, refocus, and reclaim their place in the league. As things stand and we move closer to the new season, the big question remains, will the Windy City team be able to stand tall? Can Angel Reese rise above the criticism, refocus her game, and turn things around for Chicago? Or will her WNBA dreams begin to fall apart under the weight of expectations and scrutiny? Whatever unfolds next season, one thing is certain, this is going to be one hell of a ride. With so much drama, pressure and uncertainty surrounding Chicago, the stakes have never been higher. Buckle up, because the upcoming season promises to be unforgettable, for better or worse.